Hi, welcome to Python programming course. This is lesson 2. In this lesson, we are going to discuss how to start, how we are going to start the Python programming, practicing the Python programming, or learning the Python program. In last lesson, I advised you to download and install the Python software from the Python website, and if you couldn't do that, to go to the REPLIT language and select the Python and have a look how to practice and what are the tools are available in this online tutorial. Before you're going starting the course, the first things is you're going to create a folder and name it Python programming. So in your computer, create a folder and give a name Python programming or Python programs. So if you have downloaded the Python software, you should have the IDLE inside your computer. How are you going to start, or how are you going to open this IDLE? The instruction is you're going to click on start, then you're going to type IDLE. Click on the Windows button and then type IDLE. If you type IDLE, then you'll see, if you click on the Windows and type IDLE, then you'll see the IDLE Python 3.62 or 3.7, whatever the version you downloaded shows here. Then you're going to click here. When you click, it might take a few times to open the IDLE. So you click, and when the IDLE is open, you're going to click on the file, then you click on the new file. When you're going to click on the new file, one new window will appear. So you'll have the two different screens like this. One will say on the left hand side, it will say Python shell on the left hand side, and it will tell you the version of the Python, what version of the Python, like 3.7.4. This is in my workplace. In my computer, I got, I think, Python 3.6.2. And when I'm going to click on file and new file, you'll see the screen is going to open. So I'll have the two different screens. Let's see if I got okay. Oh, I think I got some issues in my computer. Let's see. Why is taking too long? It's taking quite a long time. It shouldn't take this long. Oh, I got it. Finally, I got it. That's fine. So you can see, like, I got Python IDLE. Okay, and if I click on file, new file, then I'll have another screen. Now I've got the two screen. One says untitled because I haven't saved this program yet. Another one is telling me this is my shell, Python 3.6.3, and it is telling what version of the Python I'm using. Now here I can, if I want, I can write my code here. I can write my code here. If I want to, I can write my code here. Yeah, if I type print, and inside the print, if I'm going to display my welcome message, so I'm going to whatever I type here in this speech mark is going to display here when I press enter buttons. And if I want to do basic calculation, I can do so. So on the shell side, if you want to write a program, you can do that. That's absolutely fine. But best practice, I like, I'm going to write my coding on the right hand side where it says untitled. When I just click on here, file, new file, then I got this into. Now the best I feel, I'm going to write my program on the right hand side section, which is the code editor. I'm going to write my program here, and when I finish my program, I'm going to save it. Then I'm going to save it using the file save as. Then I'm going to run. If I press F5, it's going to do the same thing, or I can click on run module is the same thing. Now if you got two different windows like this, is best things if you make the half of the screen one window. For example, this is on right hand side and this is on left hand side. That's what I always do. So how you can make half up? You just click on top and click on hold on your mouse, then take it right until it becomes half. At one point it will become half. Now you can see screen becomes half, and I'm going to do exactly same for this one. This time I'm going to take the other side until it becomes half. So now I've got two different screens. Now as I said, you are going to write the program on the right hand side. Here it says untitled because you haven't saved the programs. So we are going to write first we're going to write the hello world programs. So if we go back to our screen, we are going to write here print, then bracket, then double space mark, then we are going to say Python programming for beginners. Okay, if I finish this, I'm going to, now I got a single line of code. In this line, remember this is to display any information. If you want to display any information, first things you need to use the print command. Then you need to open the bracket and you need to close the bracket. Then you need to give this space mark and you need to close this space mark. In this space mark can be single space mark, this space mark can be the double space mark. So if I save this program, file, save as, if I save this program as my first program, if I give it name, okay, my first program, I saved my program. You can see now here no more untitled, is now first program. And if I click on run module, you'll see if the program is absolutely fine, the output is going to display on the left hand side. You can see Python programming for beginners here. Now as I said, you can use the single quote or you can use the double quote. If I copy this now and I put the same thing, now instead of the double quote, if I use the single quote here, then if I save it and run it, then let's see what's going to happen. If I save and run, I can see exactly the same thing: Python programming for beginners, Python programming for programming. Now, but if what's going to happen if I want to display something, for example Python beginners course, if I say if I want to display print, then Python beginners, if I want to display something like this beginner, so I can use the double quote here, double quote for my actual syntax, but in the middle I can use the single space mark. If I'm going to run this, let's see what's going to happen. It might take few seconds. Yeah, you can see now he's here. It's the same thing. If in this place, if you need to use the double space mark, you can use this as a single space mark. So if I want to, if I need the format where I need the format, for example, if you want to say the name of the course is, if you want to print, okay, if my condition is like this, course name, if I want to say something like this. Now if I run this, you can see all this code is green, but here is not green. If I run this program, what's going to happen? It says invalid syntax because I open the bracket here and close it here. That's absolutely up to here is fine, but here is happening something else. So to overcome this, I can use this one as a single quote, and and this one also a single quote. If I run this,